I always believe that when you have a problem, the first thing to do to solve it is to understand what are the views of the other side. Then if we try to understand each other, then perhaps on the basis of this sort of dialogue, you can build bridges of communication. My name is Enrique Iglesias. I am presently Secretary General of the Ibero-American Community. I had a long life with the United Nations. I was head of the Economic Commission for Latin America in Santiago de Chile, looking to the economic and social problems of Latin America. And in the last 18 years, I've been president of the Inter-American Development Bank. My impression is we are living in a world where uncertainties are more common than certainties. I don't remember having seen in my long years a period of such a confusion and such a confrontation. Terrorism is one of the major threats of the world of today, and everybody should be aware of that and try to join efforts to fight this sort of tremendous problem we are confronted with. I still believe that poverty creates an environment on which terrorists can make use of it. Today you have in the countries in the world a big malaise because the distance between those in up and those down are becoming bigger and bigger in the countries and among nations. And this creates a feeling of anxiety and feeling of the mistrust and of course and reaction, you see. The first thing to do to fight poverty is to make poverty the center of the concern. It's not only a question of money, it's a question of taking the right decisions to open opportunities to everybody, you see. And I think many of these problems are referring to people who are really in despair because of the lack of opportunities to work. When you speak about this question of alliance of civilizations, you are referring basically to the basic dialogue between Islam and the Western world. I think now there is the prevalence of mistrust among nations, a group of countries, among civilizations. It is there. It is difficult for them to speak a common language. It's difficult for them to understand the values of the other. It's difficult to understand that you cannot impose other values to other civilizations. So how to make a dialogue and to understand each other is the beginning of everything. Clearly, it is possible through good educational systems, to start making the dialogue at the child level, when you start really living together and learning to live together and understand. Then at that level you start to build something which is fundamental, which is tolerance. No country or no group of countries can save themselves alone. This is something which is very clear to me. The globalization changed completely the pattern of the world. And I say, in that sense, we must live together in every corner of the world. So the idea of looking to decisions in a collective manner, I think, makes a great difference. We need to give to the future generations a more livable world than we have today. I think this is very important to reduce the tensions and to understand to live together.